So how was your day?
Oh my gosh. I've actually had a really good day.
Good.
Welcome to our third podcast.
Yep, number 3.
Now, how was yours?
Started out wonderful. Got to catch up with an old friend.
Hmm.
We haven't hung out in like 2 years, but he's one of those guys that you hang out with him, or you could go years without seeing him, and within like a minute, it's like you're just,
Yeah.
just saw him yesterday.
I
So
love friends like that because I like being a friend like that. Life gets busy and you don't always have time
Yeah.
to just see someone all the time.
I also,
Okay.
that was early morning coffee.
Okay.
Had the best lunch,
Nice.
had the best date.
Oh.
Sorry, it wasn't you. It was
Should I be jealous?
maybe. She is the most beautiful and intelligent person in the world next to you. It's pretty much equal. And she kind of looks like you.
I don't really like that.
No. Well, it's your daughter.
Oh.
It's my
I had a
princess, my
I had a
firstborn.
feeling.
Yeah, daddy-daughter dates are crucial.
Yay.
And
Do
that
you
was
guys-
a really, really good time. It
Did
was
you guys
fun.
do ramen?
No, that's her like go-to spot. But
know.
she is a lady after her dad's heart, so it was buffalo wings. She loves
yeah.
it, and she can crush them too. Like,
Was it good?
She keeps up.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
She keeps up. So that was great. And then we got home, and then dog.
And then I got a phone call.
Dog.
I got called out of a work meeting
Yes.
with a text that just read, "Call me now. It's the dog."
Here's the thing. Worst. Oh, man.
It's probably been the worst
Not
10
worst
days.
week ever. Worst 10 days that I can remember in
Quite a long time.
a very long time.
Mhm.
And it's all because of someone who is with us now, which we have not left alone. Has it been like, what, 10 days?
No, it has. I think it's been 10
Has
days.
not been left alone from one of us being with him in 10 days, except for one time. Guess when that was?
Oh, was it today?
It was my lunch date with my daughter was the first
Yeah.
time. Because I'm like, it's been 10 days. He'll be okay to be alone for a minute. So I guess we should mention what happened.
Well, he had a freak accident and almost cut off his toe.
Yes.
Like out of nowhere, playing in the house, everything's fine. All of a sudden, boom, Mom, the dog's bleeding. 5 hours and a very large vet bill later, he's home with stitches on bed rest for 2
Yes.
weeks. And he's like crazy high energy, crazy anxious.
Oh,
He
angry.
He eats stuff, so highly medicated.
He's got the cone.
Making insane alien noises.
Yeah.
Yes. He makes sounds I've never heard out of his frustration. He hates the cone. He hates being, well, he's a Weimaraner. He's a 1.5 year old Weimaraner. If you're listening, you don't know what that is, do a quick Google search. They're the most hyper, energetic, muscular hunting dogs that exist. Like they're probably top 5 of just intense. They need to move, which is great. He gets to move all the time, except when the doc's like, he can't move for 2 weeks.
When
Like,
she told me that,
Excuse me?
I was almost like, oh, do we need to put him down? Like he is going to be miserable.
Yeah.
And that's going to be really hard. Like non-weight bearing, we were like holding his paw the first couple of days. It was just a lot.
Yeah. Even
And
this is my first time in a pet emergency room. Because of course this had to happen on like
Yeah.
a Sunday night. It wasn't like a normal vet time, which I don't
No.
even know if that's a normal vet situation. I think you got to go to like
No, that's definitely
like an urgent care type
an
of
emergency.
like emergency.
Like if I cut my finger off cutting dinner,
You don't
that's
go
an
to your
emergency room.
local-
You don't go to
The
your
guy who
primary
just,
care provider.
like, writes prescriptions
Right.
to you.
Hey, I know
and
you gave me some
ask you
cold
how
medicine.
your little sore
But like,
tummy's doing.
could you sew a digit back on?
Yeah. So, but the pet emergency room it's strangely familiar. It looks like
Oh yeah.
it looks and feels
Regular-
just like a human
Yeah.
emergency
Regular
room
hospital.
or whatever you guys call it now in the medical field. It's ER, right?
No, it's the emergency department, so we call it ED.
That's something.
But that's
else.
always
Anyway.
something else.
So the ED the animal ED, okay, was weird because it's just waiting room with just people holding their sick
Yeah,
pups. But okay. The one guy that came in,
dude.
this blew my mind. So it was already a unique experience looking around, be like, oh man,
Mhm.
this is I've never been in a situation like this, just waiting on a doctor. Luckily we got there at a decent time and he was in bad shape. So they got to him pretty quick. We're
Well-
still there 5.5 hours.
Luckily, I was able to fully like field dress it.
Yeah,
So we
you
were
did-
fine.
You did,
Like we were
well,
fine
you
to
did
wait.
a good job until I took him to the bathroom, and
you're,
it was
you're loving.
like single digit negative wind chill, solid ice. So the poor fella has a cut up foot, but I knew he hadn't gone to the bathroom in like a while. I was like, he needs to go do this or he's going to pee everywhere.
And they were about to sedate him. I think you made the right call. At the end of the day, no matter what happens, I think you made the right call to take him out to go pee because they were about to sedate him to sew him up. And you're like, hold on, I think he should go pee one more time. So I go to the front desk ladies and they're like, oh, anywhere outside's fine. So you took him out and you came back.
And he walked all over ice. And I came back and I turned around and it was just like paw prints of, it was
red paw prints.
Red paw prints. Very like,
all over.
My gosh. So they got him right back. But as we were waiting, a gentleman walked in and blew my mind. He walked to the desk. He had a little,
it was a French bulldog.
Unattractive dog. I don't think it was a French bull. It was a pug.
Could have
French
been.
bulldog.
It just had one of those smushy faces with no nose.
New York City rat mixture. It was like all of those things. It couldn't breathe. All the things. Like, wasn't surprised that it was having health. He's like, this is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. And the lady said, "Sir, I'm sorry. It's a busy night. There's going to be up to like a 4 or 5 hour wait before the doctor can see you." And he said what?
He was like, "Do you know how much I spend here? I've spent over $100,000
over
at this facility.
$100,000 on this animal."
Yeah.
Couldn't believe it.
I was shocked.
Even the lady was like, she didn't know what to say.
I feel so bad for her. She's just trying to like do her job. Just imagine working night shift at an animal hospital. You get the highest highs, the lowest lows, right? And then you're just probably like the reception. And you're just like, hey, I'm just trying to keep you informed. It's going to be a 4 or 5 hour wait because this person with their animal is not an urgent thing like an animal with their toe cut off, right? And then he gives you that kind of attitude.
Yeah.
That's like private jet level attitude, not, oh, my dog's throwing up attitude.
And I was watching the ladies and I felt bad for them. First off, kind of a call back to the restroom situation. Not a single ounce of music in that place.
Dude,
could have heard a pin drop.
I was dying.
And I was watching those two ladies like side by side and they were both like on their own computer watching something on mute. They had no headphones.
On mute. I think one was watching like a football game on mute.
Football game.
With captions.
And they weren't talking. It was just sad. It was just like a tough.
It was quiet and like people are trying to take phone calls to update family members. Like I heard this one guy like, yeah, they've got him back there and blah, blah, blah. And we've got kids with us and I'm trying to keep them cheerful. And they're trying to talk about everyone. Like the littlest one was trying to talk about people in a voice they could hear because there's no music.
Yeah.
But they offer free hot cocoa. I think they need to do music.
That was nice. That was worth all the money that we gave them.
But I think,
But we got him. And it was a long experience. And he was high as a kite coming out of there. I mean, he was swaying and falling. And we got him home. And it has been a beast. I mean, I had to take a full week off of that.
We've been just trading off time
today.
Time off work to like be with him.
That's right.
And we only have a couple days left. And he's going to be fine.
Yeah.
He's going to be fine.
He's even with us in the podcast.
His wound looks good. The toe is saved. We did have to that was the craziest part. Okay, so the vet tells us he cut an artery. We've patched him up. He has to be on bed rest for 2 weeks. And I thought, ooh, this is the worst. No, the worst part was he could still lose his toe.
We have to go back. And then if you go back, you eventually run into a situation like that guy. You could see how it's like he's adding up all these visits. And it made me think like everybody's got a number.
Dude.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to give my number.
That's so dark, but it's so true.
It's under $100,000.
I would agree.
To where I'm just like, I think all dogs go to heaven. And I love you so much. And I hope to see you again.
We love you.
But my friend, your time on earth. But my number is high. I would invest a lot into these animals. But I do think there is a limit.
They're very special.
When you're second mortgaging your home, selling your home, like it gets to a level that it's just like, man, that's really sad.
When you have to decide, like, do I pay off my car or get my kid braces or, put a new roof on the house or take care of my dog's health?
Well, you can take care of their health. I'm saying like, I would go thousands. I just think there's a limit to where you're like, just saying, how much more do you put into this animal? And then you start questioning everything of just like, why do I have this creature in my house? And And you think about,
Yes.
why do I have this dog? Like, it's a hunting dog. I don't hunt.
No.
Like, having a hunting dog without hunting is like having a seeing eye dog and having perfect 20/20 vision. It's like,
Yeah.
you don't need that. Give it to somebody there's a hunter who needs him. Right? And there's guide dogs who people need guidance and help and assistance. Like,
Are you willing to rehome this dog? Is that what you're saying?
No, he's my baby. No. I'd spend.
He's a sweetie baby.
Yeah.
The only reason he's in
$1,000 on him.
The only reason he's in our life is because he had a predecessor who was.
Oh, we were dog free.
We were for quite a while.
2 years?
2 years.
Had another Weimaraner who I think was equally as crazy and neurotic and hyper, but
our life was different, and he got all of our attention.
Yes.
This one doesn't get all of our attention.
And he wants every
really needs
second of your attention.
But no, his predecessor was special and left such a good, impression on our hearts that when you felt like you were ready, you came and said, hey, I think I want to get another Weim. And I was okay with that.
That's not how it happened. It was all three of the ladies in my life bullied me into getting an Old English sheepdog, his older brother. That's how we stepped into the dog world.
Well, yeah.
And then I started reminiscing and getting so sad of my lost, beautiful Weim, who lived a wonderful life.
Little tie boy.
Until the very last day. Wonderful dog.
Yeah.
And I wanted to relive that. And, well.
It's not quite the same.
It's a little different. I don't know if it's
but
him or me.
Like, okay, I'm wearing my Pippin earrings today.
Yeah.
In honor of Dog Week, because that's my Old English sheepdog.
Yes,
and
he's
like
a sheepdog.
2 years ago, Kate Spade came out with this line of jewelry, and for my birthday, you got me these Old English sheepdog earrings,
nice.
And I love them. But Pippin is amazing because he's very fluffy, and one of the things that we used as a convincing tool to get you to get him was that he doesn't shed. So
deception.
So we did a lot of research, and I even we watched YouTube videos with you about the dog and what kind of breed he is. And there was this farmer in Canada who has an Old English, and we watched his videos, and he was very honest. And I was like, yeah, babe, the best part is he doesn't shed. And that's not entirely true. Because here's the thing. He doesn't shed typical, a German Shepherd would just lose all their hair at once in the spring. He sheds like a human sheds.
Like you shed.
Like I shed.
Like every time
just hair,
you brush your hair
every time
or take a shower or
so yeah.
So it's hair everywhere. So I bought into that. I was like, man, that's amazing. They don't
I know, they don't shed.
And those they're hypoallergenic. People say stuff like that. I'm like, you don't even know what that means. But no, it's just like a person. Like you brush your hair falls out.
Right.
And his falls out everywhere. It's just rolling.
And there's just little tumbleweeds of
white
hair.
White and gray tumbleweeds.
Through the house.
Just everywhere.
And so
yeah.
It just cracks me up because then you're never the kind of person that's getting out the, vacuum with the, hard floor tool. I'm throwing you under the bus a little bit. I'm telling your secrets.
I go after the tumbleweeds.
You grab the extender and then the crevice tool, and you take that little sucker
when you
and
hit
you're
a
just
big
going
tumbleweed
bzz,
and it just
bzz, 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 and then you kind of zip along the crevices.
I like that.
And I'm always like, get the floor tool, get the floor tool.
You can do that later, but you got to get the perimeter.
Yeah.
Just like when you're mowing the lawn, you got to cut your edge first, and then
you're
go
just
to the
a
middle.
man on a mission, though. You get that thing, and you're just like,
yeah.
Bzz, bzz,
bzz.
But speaking of hair and shedding,
yeah,
I kind of have a confession to make.
Oh no.
So the other day, I saw this video of this girl who literally saves all of the hair she loses in the shower in her hairbrush, and she clips it to bulldog clips and hangs them on a string, and she hung for 1 month at a time hair. And she was like, oh, her voiceover on this reel was like, and there's all my hair, and I've noticed this beautiful pattern of all my hair loss. I lose less in the summer and more in the winter. And it got me thinking, because I lose a lot of hair.
Yes.
And I cling it to the shower door wall.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes I forget to clean it. And then the other day I was in the bathroom and I had taken a shower, had all the hair on the door wall. I was like, oh, I need to clean that off so I don't gross my husband out. And then I'm combing my hair.
Okay.
And I was like, how many hairs do I lose? So my confession is that I counted all of the hairs that I lost off my head for that shower. And as I combed my hair, because I thought, you're supposed to lose this many, am I going bald? And then, you kind of like brain spiral into like.
It's like some Rain Man stuff. You're just counting all the
I counted all of the
why?
hairs that one time because I was like, this looks like 300 hairs. Am I going to be bald? And it was like 30 hairs.
Yeah.
But my hair is so long.
Well, here's the thing. I don't like looking at the hair patty,
I know.
but I can deal with it because I'm just like, yeah,
I
she's
know.
got long, thick hair. It happens. There's been 2 times it fell on me. And it was like a rat. It scared me. I barely, like
No
my
way.
elbow must have hit it, and it hit me. I was like, it fell. The hair patty touched me. And then now
I'm dead.
I'm faced with, now, I don't want to step on it. I don't want to touch it. I had to reapply someone else's hair patty to the shower.
You have to like get it wet again so it clings
It was
to
already
the
wet.
wall.
It was on the wet floor, but I had to touch it, and I have a weak stomach
Oh
on
my
certain things,
gosh.
and I was dry gagging in the like
Okay,
the feel of plastering it to a and then I think I got it later after it was dry, but
So I got a call from my brother, my younger brother. He has beautiful like curly hair.
yes.
Years ago, I don't know if you know this. He called me out of the blue and he was like, "Katie, I owe you an apology." I'm like, okay, what's going on? So I've been growing my hair out, Yeah. Well, I just really need to owe you an apology because I used to be really mad at all the hair I'd find in the shower, but like I have long hair now and I get it. And he literally apologized to me for all the times he was yelling at me about hair in the shower. And here he is with long curly hair. Hair's coming out in the shower all the time, getting stuck in your fingers. And you have to do that whole like pull it through.
I don't like stuff
and
like
then
that.
ball it up and then stick it to
No.
the wall.
You don't have to. You need like
He's
a receptacle, like a trash bag in the shower that you can do your
They
thing.
do make
and then you
those,
put,
and it's
I'll
literally
I'll buy
teeth.
it.
It's like a little thing. You slip your hand up,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got teeth, and you
And
kind
it
of wiggle
pulls?
and you pull, but you still have to get in it.
No, and
to
then
get
there's
your hair
little
out.
danglies. No, it's just like a little, like a trash receptacle. You drop it in there. We can do that.
If you invented that
I
and it was
also-
effective, you could make millions.
I have
Boyfriends
I'll
and
give it-
husbands and spouses and moms and brothers and sisters, everybody in the whole
Make it.
world would buy those for the women in their life.
Amazon, keep it under $30. Done. I'll buy 2.
Sold.
One for each side of the, well, I've got other girls in their bathroom, everybody's
Yeah.
bathroom. Yep. So I have a special Kate.
You gonna tell them about
I have a Kate vacuum.
the vacuum?
I have a vacuum dedicated to you.
I know.
We have the house vacuum and then the Kate vacuum
Yeah.
that's just there. So when I walk in every day to the bathroom,
I've been wondering
just-
what happened to
keeping
your
it nice
like
and clean.
Ryobi, whatever those.
This is my second Kate vacuum. I
Yeah.
think it kicked the
Because
bucket.
I think it's in the garage since the move. We haven't really unpacked a lot of those things.
Ooh, yeah.
And you had bought, but what are those? Like a dust buster.
Yeah.
You bought a Ryobi brand dust buster with the fancy Ryobi battery,
Just
and it
for
lived
you.
in our bathroom because it's a cute accessory. Not.
Hey,
And he doesn't
I
even
don't-
put it.
I don't want to
You don't even put it in like the cupboard or like have a designated spot. It just lives on the floor.
use daily.
And you're
It's
like,
allowed to be
and I
out.
can hear him.
Yeah.
He'll just come in after I've done stuff and he'll just be like, hitting the crevices,
Well,
spot checking the hair and the crevices.
yeah. Wear a hat. So,
I could just cut my hair.
oh, look, this is,
Yeah, I
the
see him.
podcast is soothing. This is the most,
Oh, yeah.
his eyes are closed. I haven't seen
I
this
love it.
in days. Wow. This is
I
amazing.
know.
So,
But
you made a confession. I have a confession as well.
Okay.
Oh, did you have more to talk about your hair?
Well, I was going to say I want to get it cut
Oh,
professionally.
okay. Like all off, like shaved?
Shortish.
Okay.
I have not cut my hair, had someone cut my hair professionally since the Virginia haircut.
I mean, I cut your hair.
I do it
Remember-
myself.
I cut your hair that one time.
You did, but that was pre-Virginia traumatic.
Dude,
haircut.
The bad haircut.
The
you
bad
had.
haircut. I've not
Oh.
gone back since.
It was a bad haircut.
I don't know if I ever told you, but when I got that bad haircut and I cried about it, I had told somebody I wanted a haircut. My hair was about this long. I wanted a bob. I've had a bob before. I said to the girl, I don't want layers. And as she's cutting my hair, I realized, oh no, she's doing layers. And I think, well, maybe this is the plan. The haircut was almost to my chin, uneven.
Yeah.
The worst layers. And I went back the next day after calling the manager. She took pictures.
Yeah, the
Like that's when
manager
you know
knew
when you have a bad
this is a
haircut.
bad
Is
haircut.
when the manager takes pictures of your hair and she's
Yeah.
like, I'm just gonna snap a few photos. It's okay, babe. And then she tells me, I'm gonna be honest. It's probably gonna take 3 or 4 haircuts in a couple months to
It
make
did.
this look okay.
You rocked a bad cut for a minute.
It was so bad.
Yeah. Well, as my dad always told me, you can always take more off, but you can't put more back on.
Yeah, so that's why I
As a
haven't
man
had
who
it.
cuts his own hair,
I
that is a
know.
good thing to live by. 'Cause
Well, I've cut my
I've
own
had a
hair
couple
since.
oopsie moments throughout the years, and you got to be careful.
Messed
So
up, gotta
my
go
question
bald.
to you. Yeah.
What's that?
Said messed up, gotta go bald.
Oh.
Yeah, I haven't done it yet.
I can't do that.
There's people who do. You have a bad enough like accident with the clippers, take it off.
But my question to you is, do you think like it's time for me to try and trust and have someone cut my hair, or should I just keep doing it myself?
I just have to give that some thought.
I kind of just want someone else to wash my
There's a
hair
difference
because it
between the
feels so
trim.
good.
Anybody can trim. You can trim. A cut, you're entering into bad haircut territory.
I know.
That's
it's
a different.
risky.
You got to find.
And then you have to pay for it, like legit.
That's
and then
another
tip.
problem.
And then you're like, oh, here's a tip too. Great job. I hate my hair.
Yeah,
My whole identity is different now.
got a tip. I don't remember when
Anyway.
we did that one time. We didn't think about dog grooming. Our first dog groomer.
Right.
We didn't think about tipping.
We didn't know.
Now you just tip everything all the time,
All the time, just
everyone,
tip.
everywhere. You just tip. But
Just
what you know what it reminded me of?
What?
Home Alone 2, Rob Schneider, when he brought Kevin McAllister's bags up and he's like, well, and he rubs his little thing. He's like, oh yeah. He busts out some like 1990s like juicy fruit and he's like, there's more where that came from.
I know.
Such a good
We
scene.
did that to the
was
dog
us.
groomer.
Didn't have juicy fruit.
fruited
Nothing.
the dog
we
groomer.
juicy fruited the dog groomer without juicy fruit. We just straight up were like, thank you so much. And then we left
Yeah.
and with much shame, went to the ATM, had to hold our heads back in there.
I was like, oh, I forgot to give you this. I totally, when I went in, I blamed you.
You don't want to be dishonest, but
No,
it's even more disrespectful to be like,
full-on
I don't
blamed you.
think about your profession and the fact that you work really hard and deserve this. Like, that's the truth. And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
you can't say that. So you just have to be like, oh, man, it didn't have it on me and we got it. So
no, I fully blamed you. I was like, I thought my husband tipped
But,
you, and I got to the car and
yeah.
he didn't.
no.
So
Yeah, that's a bad feeling.
I know, but you said you have a confession to make.
Well, it's just recent. Like, I know, buddy. He just made a crazy sound. It's about him.
Oh, he's tucking his little nose
It's
in.
about dogs, and it's about being in the dog hospital. And I watched a movie again, and my confession is, and I realize this, I'm not afraid. I'm man enough to confess this. I do not think it's possible. Like, it'd be like a challenge for me to watch Tinkerbell and the Never Beast, Tinkerbell and the Never Beast without crying. Can't do it. I just did it, and I realized what it was through all this. Great film, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
If somebody
10
wants
out
to
of
watch
10.
it, the music did not have to go so hard.
I know.
So good.
Are we lying?
And
does he cry every time he watches that?
Like a baby. It's
time.
so funny.
And I realized he is a dog.
Well, of course.
He's pretty much a dog, and spoilers when it ends, he doesn't die, but he goes away. And the parting gifts and what they say.
Oh.
See, it's gonna get me.
But it's the pillow.
I can't think. Yeah.
And then they give him all the gifts, and it's like a soft pillow to rest your head.
Yeah, for 1,000 years. Oh
For
man,
1,000
and the
years.
song they
and
play.
then the water, and she's like, some fresh water for when you get up to go have a drink.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, it gets me every time. And I realize I don't really cry at like human moments.
I've never
movies.
seen you cry in a human movie.
No, I'm a very compassionate people. It's like what I
have
do.
one time.
Okay.
You cried in the Chris Pratt movie.
Oh, okay.
With the daughter.
Well, daughters will get me.
Because the daughter thing.
The daughter thing.
But other human movies, you don't cry. If it's a daughter thing,
no,
you're gone.
Yeah. Saving Private Ryan just makes me want to like sign up to defend my country. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's like, oh, this is tragic, but like,
But
man,
Tinkerbell and the Never Beast.
Tinkerbell melts me. I just can't do it. And A Wild Robot. What a great movie.
Oh my gosh.
Up for an Academy Award, by the way.
No way.
Yeah. Best like digital picture. Like I can't remember what they titled it, but it's up for I think 2 or 3 awards, including like best like animated film, something like that. And I'm like, yeah. That made me cry twice. I saw it back to back.
That was fantastic.
Cried
2
twice.
days in a row.
And hold on.
I loved that film. I'm so glad we went and saw that.
Hold on.
This is making for great. For
doesn't
those
matter.
who
This
are
will be
listening,
important.
he's just pulled out his phone. He's texting with a pinky and a thumb.
I'm holding a mic. A thumb and a thumb and a pinky.
A thumb and a pinky.
Okay. Movies where the dog dies.
Oh, well, that's like Owen Wilson and Jennifer Aniston did that one.
Marley and Me.
Yeah.
Okay, that one made me mad. I cried. It was so sad. It actually made me a little angry of like, why did you do that?
And she buries him with a necklace.
You didn't have to do that. Like, you knew that you were making everybody so sad to a level to where it was actually like, that's not kindness.
The dogs almost die in Homeward Bound, but luckily, Chance.
I've got a little bit. I just searched up a list because my brain was like, how many, like, do I cry at everyone? And I don't think I do. I Am Legend. Ooh, German Shepherd.
I had a German Shepherd.
Sad.
That was my first dog. And my parents said that she ran away. And I think she did not run away.
Oh. Well,
Gracie
ran away to...
She could jump a 6-foot fence from a sitting position.
To heaven.
So she ran away to heaven. I betcha.
Old Yeller. This is the origin. This is my first cry for a dog.
That's such a good song.
3rd grade.
Yeller.
They'd roll in those big TVs on the carts that were like strapped down.
Yes.
And that one got me.
How does it go? It's like, come on, Yeller.
I'm not.
That was part of like the Disney sing-along video I watched as a kid.
I don't know the dog.
But Where the Red Fern Grows.
I was going to bring that up.
Yeah,
okay.
That's on here.
So we made the kids watch The Red Fern Grows, and they're both just like weeping like little babies at the end. I was
uncontrollably just bawling my eyes out. It was so sad.
And then she turns to me and she's like, why would you make me watch this?
What's Hachi, A Dog's Tale?
Oh, Hachi. So Hachi is Richard Gere, I think. And the dog... So the dog is Richard Gere's dog, and he goes and meets his owner at the train station every day.
Is sad.
And then
if that's the
owner dies, and so Hachi still will go and ride the train. And so then I think they like make a statue to Hachi after.
Why do filmmakers have to do this?
Balto? That has like, he doesn't die maybe, but Balto gets a statue.
8 Below.
All Dogs Go to Heaven.
All Dogs Go to Turner and Hooch. Oh, that got me. I just
that was filmed in Pacific Grove.
Forgot about that. Used to live there. That's right.
Filmed in Pacific Grove. And you know, the bank, they changed the bank into the police station where he works.
That's right.
In PG.
Yep.
I love PG.
John Wick.
Bro, that's the most like...
Mel, you're not allowed to watch that.
Every dog owner, when they see that scene and then the rest of the movie, like, yep,
you're
totally warranted.
You're a teenager now, but no John Wick. That one, though, was not cruel. That was like fuel for a good movie.
Oh, dude.
It's like, I know the dog's an actor. I'm having my moment. I didn't cry, but it's fuel.
Mm-hmm.
Where the Red Fern Dances with Wolves?
I don't know.
I don't remember that. Never Ending Story.
I've never seen Never Ending Story.
Oh, I think they're making stuff up now. The Lion King?
There's no dogs in that one.
That's a giant cat.
Hyenas die in that one, but surely they don't count as dogs.
Cujo, I think think that one was okay.
Okay.
That he passed. And then finally, I don't think this one's right either. Bambi. The mom passes.
The mom dies.
Yeah. Assassinated by a hunter for his table.
Disney movies, there's never a good mom. Like, Toy Story shows the mom, but then there's no dad.
Yeah.
But like every other Disney movie, there's no mom.
Yeah.
Never. No. Oh, Lion King, he did have a mom.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's a lot of dog talk. I love
dog talk.
I love dogs. I have no doubt all dogs go to heaven. I do, through this few weeks, have I have realized that dogs are not man's best friend. I think that's a very poor title to put upon them. And if you think about it, if a dog was a friend, they would be the worst friend.
Oh, yeah.
If you think about if you had a roommate and it was just like a dog, even like a good dog, they financially contribute nothing.
They don't.
They don't bathe themselves other than licking themselves.
They lick their little booties.
Horrible breath.
The
right?
worst.
They just consume all your food.
Well,
and every time they go to the bathroom, they're like, not only can you be with me, I'm going to stare at you in your eyes. If anyone was a dog, they know that when they're going to the restroom, they want to look right into your eyes and you're like, all right, dude, just do your thing.
Our first dog, to take him to the bathroom when we had an apartment, like at least these dogs have a yard. But Tyler, you'd have to stand out there, rain.
Tyler's our dog.
Sun,
we always throw
cold.
people off.
Yeah,
like
that's
your son,
right. They
Tyler?
think he's
I'm like,
a boy.
no, it's a
He was a dog. He would walk in circles and we would just spin in circles like 15 times. And then he'd finally stop and go poo.
Got to do the
do
circle.
his circles.
Yeah.
And then he'd be fine. But like because Mary was, crated and having all this attention, our other dog, we kept him away because we didn't want him to get Mary all upset. And he pees in both the kids' rooms, like as payback
Pippin
for all of the
And if you heard that right, Pippin and Mary.
Those are our doggies.
Mary, Merry, named after the hobbits of our beloved film, The Lord of the Rings. Pippin and
Books
Mary.
and films.
And it is, sorry. Let me proper honor on
Hello.
the name of Tolkien. So Mary and Pippin, but everybody still thinks he's a girl. Because I'm like, Mary, get over here. And I'm like, he's not been neutered. And
he hasn't.
Very
it's
clearly
obvious.
that is not a female dog. But like, my dad still calls it she. My neighbor.
Everybody.
I'm like,
everybody I know calls him a she, and it's fine. Because Mary and Pippin are like litmus tests for us to see who's cool and who's just, well, they're cool.
Yeah.
Because if they think Pippin is named after a basketball player, aka sports ball, I mean,
Scottie Pippen.
We know they're not maybe like cool.
No, that's a cool name.
I mean, but they're not like
Pippin is cool. It's the Mary
cool.
on a boy dog that is throwing people.
Well,
and
if I meet people and we're talking dogs, because dogs is a very approachable conversation for strangers to have. Like it's easy.
What?
It's like the weather. Like, how's your day? And the weather. And your dogs. If I like am meeting people and we're talking about dogs, I am
okay,
because it's a very approachable conversation. Like,
no, I agree, but like I wouldn't go to a stranger and be like, "How's your dog?" You just bring up dogs.
No, but if you're chit chatting and you're making small talk, pets are easy, to talk about.
What?
If I have those conversations, like at the pet store, what's his name? Blah blah blah.
Well, maybe at a pet. Oh, okay.
I
thought you meant you just bump into someone like you're like, "Hey, how's it going?" Like the weather is pretty hot out there, right? Like so.
Tell me about your pets.
Dogs, right? Dags.
Get them dags.
Have you seen Snatch?
Yes.
Oh, that's
so.
Good. Okay.
If people think I'm talking about Pippin from the sports ball, I just let them think that.
Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, because I genuinely could not pull that person out of a lineup.
What?
But I know about Peregrine Took, and I know about Meridoc Brady Buck.
Who did Scottie Pippen play for?
Well, I've learned that since naming a dog Pippin. Yeah. He played for the Chicago Bulls, and he was like BFFs with Michael Jordan.
Well,
right?
He was his right-hand man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they were little b-ball BFFs, right?
I think Jordan didn't... he was absolutely respected by every single person. I don't think he always... I don't know if he was anybody's BFF. Well, I think he was kind of a challenging guy to be around.
That's what I'm saying. They just were like little b-ball BFFs. Like, they don't have to be friends in the background. I don't know their personal lives. I barely know who they are professionally.
You wouldn't have Jordan at the peak of where he was at with the 90s Bulls without a guy like Scottie Pippen.
Yeah.
But we're not here to talk about basketball. We're here to talk about dogs.
Them dags.
Them dags. Here to talk about the dags. So
they're okay.
Anyway, I'm ready for freedom though. I'm ready
for freedom.
To just he's ready for freedom. We are. So a few more days and then life can just settle in.
Freedom. It's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You love singing.
I love talking to you.
Well, then the final thing I'll bring up is this. I don't have any topics prepared.
Oh, are you bringing me a grievance after the week we've had?
It's not a grievance.
Because I specifically did not bring a grievance because we've been through it.
No grievance.
Neither of us deserve it.
No grievance. Which, by the way, we would love if you would submit your grievances.
Heck
we want to hear them. Hear them. So send them an audio message to our email, which is peanutbutterpicklepod
at gmail.com.
peanutbutterpicklepod at gmail.com. And send keep it under a minute. We'd love to hear your grievance. What are you guys talking about? What are you getting into it? Your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, your partner. We want to hear about it. And
a coworker.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, a mother-in-law.
But here's the only way this works. We need to hear both sides because it's not fair for you just to complain about someone. And we don't hear.
True.
We want to hear both sides so we can really.
Why do you always have to be so level-headed about things?
Unpack this. Well, hey, we're sharpening each other by unpacking these things.
We are. It's honestly about growth.
The last time you went to get an avocado. Was it in a little green mesh bag?
It was not in a little green mesh bag.
See, I love you.
And the last time I went to the thrift store, did I not donate things as well?
Did you get rid of some stuff?
I did.
How many things?
Oh, a lot of things. I also put the items I bought at the thrift store to very good use.
Really?
Okay, but I gotta tell you, last time I was at the thrift store, I found this amazing vintage suede jacket. And I was like, oh, is this like my color? Because it gives this real 90s vibe. And I was like, I love this. This will be a perfect jacket for spring. And I only had my 6-year-old with us. Like, I only had her. And I was like, hey, is this my color? Does this look good? And I didn't trust her answer. So I go up to this stranger who also has a little kid with her. And she's looking through clothes. So I was like, hey, I was just curious. How does this color look on me? And I think she thought I was blind or like fully colorblind because she goes, yes, well, it's like a bright reddish jacket. And she's dead serious.
Did you own it? Did you just kind of look
totally
straight ahead?
Did.
Oh my!
I did because
Hey, that's like stolen valor.
like not blind, but like I think she thought maybe I was visually impaired or just flat out colorblind. And I was asking her, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, colorblind. Okay.
Like some level of blindness.
But
because
you didn't
then,
put on any form of like an act.
No.
Okay.
No, I did not pretend to be blind. Like,
well, even a little bit is inappropriate.
No,
okay.
I did not do that. That'd be
I thought that's
absolutely
what you were about to unpack on this
No.
podcast. And I would just have to tell you, you are not a very good person.
I don't wear like a lot of bright colors.
Yeah.
I like more neutral colors. I know my color palette. This was a little bit outside my comfort range. So that's why I was like, this perfect stranger is the exact person I need to give me an opinion on my colors. And I think she thought like I couldn't see very well or I was flat out colorblind. And I was like, oh, great. Okay, thank you.
What a kind person.
I know. Some lady out there went home and told her family.
Yeah, you made her day.
I helped a colorblind woman at the store find her.
Or full of visually impaired. Like she couldn't see the dress.
She had
didn't
her
know
seeing
color.
eye child with her.
Yeah.
How did she drive there? I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Uber.
She maybe thought I was some sort of had visual impairment and couldn't tell what the jacket looked like even.
Well,
because she described the structure.
Aren't you glad there's kind people out there?
Dude, I know.
Looking out for other people. I try to be a kind person. I don't know that I would ever put myself out in that type of awkward situation because that's pretty like, you know what I mean?
I don't know,
walking up to somebody and start assuming anything or telling them, they'd have to directly ask me and I'd have to definitely know. I'm more of like the...
Well, you don't want strangers in public to talk to you anyway.
Well...
Because you like getting your business done.
I'm in and out. So my little love that I show to the world is the return cart.
Yeah.
And...
You hunt for old ladies.
It's old ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that about you.
I'll kind of keep an eye out if I'm either going into the store or coming out. There's an older lady, and I'm not going to put an age on older. Just they're not 20.
A ma'am.
Right? Now, if I saw somebody struggling, I'll help anybody, right?
I know.
I'll help an older guy, but it's just to see, there's something that just reminds me of my grandmother's. And when I see like an old lady loading stuff by herself, I'll slow down and kind of wait. And then, hey, ma'am, can I return your cart for you? And they're just like, oh, well, you don't have to do that.
Do they tip you in gum? Or like nasty old mints from the bottom of their bag?
Just like
this is for
crumbly,
you.
Crusty. No.
Here's a Butterworth.
Where there's original.
Where there's original,
I'd eat it. I'm not afraid of some like butterscotch. But no, that's my little thing. But what I like about that, there's no conversation. There's no, how's the weather? Tell me about your dog. It's just like, can I do this
named
thing?
After a basketball player?
And then I do the thing and I feel good and they feel good. And imagine if the whole world was like that. We just had these little interactions of like, hey, I'm going to do something really nice. And then we both feel good about it.
So you want the whole world to be like a relay race?
What?
You just pass stuff on, back and forth, barely talk.
Yeah.
Because those people don't have time to talk to each other.
Yeah.
They just want to be like, here you go, I did my part.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other person's like, yeah, thanks. Here we go.
Just like that.
That's you and them old ladies.
Yeah.
Your little cart relay.
So I was going to say something earlier. I'll save it for the next pod. We're out of time, but yeah.
Yeah.
Send in your grievances. I can't wait. I can't wait to hear what people are.
Oh my gosh, I'm dying.
Yes. And by the way, the pettier the better.
Oh, yes.
Pettier the better.
Like how the fact that you left your dirty socks on my sink today.
I don't I was mid-dog. I had a dog situation. Sorry about that.
There they are, just right there. I can't watch it.
Yeah. The socks, that's worth 2 of your hair patties that I will remove.
Dude, I'm so sorry they touched you.
I don't even, they fell on me. Like
I'll be
something
better about it.
fell down. And when you're shampooing your hair and you feel something and you can't see and you open up your eyes
like a giant
and there's
spider.
just something on you.
Ugh.
It's not great. So
I'm sorry, but I love you.
love you too. You're cool.
You're cool.
Yeah, Mel, you're cool. Don't watch John Wick. And the dog's asleep.
Love your dags.
We did it. Yeah.
Go pet a dag.
Go pet his dag.